Big Daddy Cool Diesel has Vader on the top rope going off for a powerbomb.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me! Oh my god, a powerbomb off the top rope!
He's gotta be broken in half.
He's gotta be dead!
That's gotta be Kane!
That's gotta be Kane.
Here on Dog Culture, we're going to go ahead and hang a left when you think we're going to go right. We're going to talk about pro wrestling. And this Sunday, there's what they call a pay-per-view going down, and it's called Fastlane. What do you know about that, Sticks?
Do they call them pay-per-views anymore? Like, what's the deal? First of all, what's the deal? Like, it's live on the WWE Network, and that's a mouthful to say. So I'm just going to keep calling it pay-per-views.
I like the term pay-per-view.
Well, first off, I'm a little bummed out that our first pay-per-view preview is going to be Fastlane and not something more epic like Rumble. I mean, we missed Rumble.
They can't all be winners.
Mania next month. But anyway, yeah, we're going to talk about Fastlane, kind of go over the match card and tell you guys what we think about what's going on this weekend and agree or disagree. Here we go.
Here we go!
Our first match on the card. And I think this is the pre-show. I think I read this is the pre-show.
Nobody watches the pre-show.
It's Alberto Del Rio against Kalisto for the 9,000th time for the U.S. Championship. And if it weren't enough that we're watching this match again, it's a 2 out of 3 falls match. So we have to watch it at least 2 more times.
It's rough.
Not that these guys aren't exciting to watch. It's just I've seen it. I've seen it how many times since...
At least 3 other times.
Right, like, and I don't even watch wrestling on TV anymore. I've seen it. Yeah, this match is just, it's going to kind of be disappointing, and all that really is going to come out of it is hopefully something new for both of them moving forward.
No matter who wins, they get crapped on.
Yeah, well, first of all, who do you think is going to win the match?
Nobody's going to win.
I don't see any way Kalisto doesn't win the match, because it just doesn't make sense to keep ping-ponging the belt. But what that means if Kalisto wins is that they're crapping on Del Rio, and he might as well go away again for a while, and they're crapping on Sin Cara because Lucha Dragons are at that point basically done. No more. Exactly. What
else we got?
Well, the next match that I got written down here is what was billed as an 8-man tag, I think, and now it's just been cut down to the Wyatt family versus Big Show, Kane, and Ryback, also known as...
Ryback and 2 old 50-year-olds.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, the purpose of this match, as I see it, is to put Strowman over. Like, he hasn't done anything that I've seen since he's been there, other than kind of bear hug some fools after matches.
I want to see someone get lit on fire in this match.
Ooh. So, yeah, it's another just... I mean, there's going to be 6 huge dudes in the ring, but really... Ryback's going to get crapped on in this match.
Nobody wins.
Sorry, Ryback. Yeah. Just hope you don't take the pinfall. He won't.
No.
Next match on the card is a Divas match. Can they just call them women wrestlers? Like,
let's call them women,
please. It's a women's match. Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch versus Naomi and Tamina. And this is the only match where I kind of have some questions about how it's... I mean... I know what the message of the outcome is going to be, but I don't know who's going to win the match. You got any thoughts on it before I dive into it? I've been kind of talking a lot.
Well, I mean, we could go down this road a lot about this match, but what's going to boil down to is you're going to see Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch get into a quarrel over a championship belt that's going to go down at WrestleMania. And this is just storyline. This is probably the best of the matches so far that we've talked about with potential.
Yeah, it may not happen on Sunday. And if it doesn't, it'll happen on Monday. But those 2 women going forward are going to be the 2 that come out of this looking for a title shot at WrestleMania. And so either they're going to win and then...
Proud of those girls from NXT.
Yeah, or they're going to lose and get into a fight. Who knows? But that's what's going to come out of the match.
Speaking of NXT,
yeah,
my boy Kevin Owens is putting the title up.
Kevin Owens, he's fighting Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
In a feud that has been going on for months, and quite frankly, I gave up on about 3 or 4 weeks ago. And then they threw a title belt into the picture, which was an interesting swerve. I mean, I don't really pay attention, but
is one of the best trash talkers in the game.
Owens is so good. He's a pleasure to watch.
Pleasure.
Almost more so outside of the ring than inside of the ring.
Yeah.
He's always doing something entertaining.
Even on Twitter, he's hilarious. Who's going to win this match?
Owens.
Sorry,
Dolph.
Can we keep that IC strap on someone for like a year, for God's sakes?
Like, I really thought Ambrose was going to have a legendary run with it, and then I think they were forced to kind of throw him into the title picture.
Other plans, perhaps.
Yeah, and so anyway, I'll get to that in a second. Last of our non-title matches is sort of a grudge match, a rubber match between Jericho and AJ Styles. And this is another match that...
Poor AJ Styles.
Yeah, like, he's gonna... he's been around for a while, and we're finally kind of seeing what he's going to develop into. But again, this is a match that I saw twice in the last 2 weeks, and I really don't have a desire to see it a third time.
AJ Styles, I'm sure, feels the same way.
Yeah, like he's been working he has been working exclusively with Jericho and The Miz, which is good. They're two veterans, and they've made him look awesome. But I really want to see what else he can do going forward. And it's fine to have these guys work together prior to a pay-per-view match to make sure that they work well together, but not on TV, because I'm bored of it. Like, I've seen it.
So bored.
I've seen it, and I mean, I guess I'll watch it, and it'll be a good match.
You're not going to want to pay for that view.
Exactly. Women's title match: Charlotte versus Brie Bella. What do you think about this?
On the
one?
count of 3, we'll say who thinks she'll win. 1, 2, 3. Charlotte. See you later, Brie.
Yeah, I mean,
this is a popcorn match. This is when you go and go drain your lizard and get that red rope you were looking at.
Maybe we're wrong, but this really feels to me like Brie Bella's send off. A thanks for all that you did for the company kind of match.
Will Ric Flair be drunk?
I hope.
I'm sure he will.
Is he ever not? Nobody can tell. Anyway, so Charlotte wins that match going into WrestleMania against Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, one or the other, or both, who knows. So, down to the last match of the night.
This is why the pay-per-view's going down.
Triple threat match.
Yeah.
To decide who's going to face Triple H. Sorry, I can't help but laughing.
Oh, God.
For the title at WrestleMania. What do you think about Triple H with the belt, by the way?
It makes me want to barf, slip on that barf, and break my neck so I don't have to watch any more of Triple H being the champ.
You know, for a time when they've been kind of concerned about ratings dipping because of uninteresting storylines, to put the belt on a guy who's just not on television for the better part of 3 months.
You know, back in the day, Jack Tunney would say, hey, if you haven't defended this championship in 30 days, we're going to strip it of you.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it makes for an interesting storyline if you just tuned in, but for people that have been watching for the last 6 to 9 months, you saw this coming from a mile away. And, I mean, first of all, we got Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and Brock Lesnar. I mean, I can see a way that Roman Reigns doesn't win this match, but it's about this much of a chance, right?
Oh, man. You know, are we talking about Roman Reigns right now?
Yeah,
winning it?
Yeah.
They're maybe 2 years too late with this guy. They got to rebuild him.
They really missed their opportunity.
Give it to Ambrose. Let that lunatic fringe run wild.
See, that's what the fans want, right? Because
give it to the fans.
Ambrose is the guy that they injected into this match to get some interest in it, to keep the fans interested in it.
I'm yelling.
And there's like no chance that he's going to win because, I mean, as much as I hate predictable storylines, there's no storyline there, and they'd have to build it in the 4 or 5 weeks between now and Mania.
I'll tell you what, though. On the count of 3, we say who's going to win this match.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Roman Reigns?
Yeah, sure.
I'd love to see Lesnar win, but I think that they're setting Lesnar up with something with Bray Wyatt at Mania.
Right.
Which is why I'm going to be doubly disappointed when the Wyatt family interferes at the end of this match to cause Lesnar the match, because WWE can't have Lesnar lose clean. They've built him up to be too much of a beast that he can't lose clean.
Last thoughts on Fastlane?
Well, the one other thing that I'm looking for coming out of this pay-per-view this weekend is some hint, some indication, and we'll probably know more about this on Raw. Who is The Undertaker fighting at WrestleMania this year?
I don't know, but that's going to be awesome to find out. My final thoughts, though?
Okay.
I just hope everyone comes out of this thing healthy and injury-free.
Man, yeah, I'd love to see...
I'm that guy right now.
We're getting to the point in the year where I'd love to see John Cena come back.
I'm about ready to suit up.
I'd love to see Randy Orton come back. I'd love to see Cesaro come back.
Dude.
Hideo Itami. Finn Balor's injured right now.
Let's be real about something. This review was too sweet.